So I haven't really been making any reaction content. A couple of my buddies been really busy. I've been really busy on the hockey channel, but I kind of felt like talking about Scru Face Jean, Knox Hill, and no Life Shaq thing. Now, I watched all the disses. I should say listened to them. And if I was going to say victor of that battle, I would give the edge to Knox Hill. I thought he had some really good tracks. I really liked Scru Face's, I think it was the second track he released, or second to last one. It was actually, I really liked his flow on that. But overall battle, I'd have to give it to Knox Hill. I thought he did really well, and I'd give the edge to him in that. I thought about doing reaction videos to it, but I just been really busy with other things. But I kind of wanted to react to this No Life Shaq video. Now, for y'all that don't know, and I mean, you be living under a rock if you don't know, No Life Shaq is the GOAT of reaction channels. He is someone that everyone looks to in the community as a way to aspire. So, like, you want to get to his level. And he does a lot for other content creators. Now, Scru Face Jean, or Jean, didn't really have too much good things to say. In those diss tracks was kind of dissing Shaq. And Shaq says he wasn't going to respond anymore to these diss tracks, or if they kept making them, because the Knox Hill versus Scru Face Jean thing kind of became a little racist. So let's go into it.
What's good, No Life gang? It's your boy. It's your dog Shaq, man. Hey, as y'all saw the title, this is me expressing my opinions on the beef. Alright, I'm gonna get straight to it. I ain't here to waste y'all time. Alright, boom. I'm gonna start off with about the Knox and Scru beef, y'all. It was getting out of hand. That's why I stopped reacting to the tracks. I told y'all that in my last reaction. I was no longer reacting to no more of the beef because it was getting crazy, bro. Families was getting involved. Fan bases was going at each other. It was being segregated from blacks and whites. I did not like that. So that's why I got out of it.
See, I don't blame Shaq in that regard. It did seem like, especially for Scru Face, it was getting a little heavily racist. And whether that's what he intended to do or not, it just seemed like, with Scru Face, and this, take what I'm saying with a grain of salt. This is just what I've seen with his videos, because I used to be a heavy subscriber to his channel. It seems like he legitimately does have a problem with white people. Maybe that's not the case. Maybe that's just how it's portrayed in his videos. It's how he comes across. But it seems like in a Scru Face video, he doesn't want me. He doesn't want a viewer like me just because I'm a certain skin tone. That's kind of the feeling and vibe I get from him at times, which is kind of a shame because I subscribed to him when he was like a smaller channel, around 10, 20K, like very years and years ago. And I think he can be entertaining. I think he's a talented individual. But some of the rhetoric, especially in this beef, just kind of, I don't know, it just gets tiresome. It does. It just gets very tiresome because I don't think everything should be about race. Does the world have problems with racism? Absolutely. But not every single thing is about race. And I think Scru does kind of come off as a racist, just in my opinion. I don't know him personally. Maybe it's just the way how the videos come across. But just me on the outside looking in, that's the tone I get from him.
Whole reason I even reacted to the beef because I got mentioned in 2 rounds. So that's why I even react to it in the first place. But I gotta put this out here. I gotta make this video. I told Scru I would make this video. As y'all know, Scru dropped another track early in the morning yesterday. So I woke up to it, and I woke up to people spamming me like, bro, Scru dissed you. He said you was lying about the No Jumper interview and the label sponsorships. So I said, all right, boom. I'm not reacting to the track. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go to his comment section, and I'm going to leave a comment to let him know.
What if you could do SEO smarter and faster? With Wix, you can edit your meta tag.
check your DM, bro. I send you all the receipts to your DM. That's what I did. I went on the ops territory and told.
Okay, I like Shaq. I really do. Amazing. It's this is YouTube. This is YouTube. This is not real life street shit. Please, like I'm sorry. I just a little cringe on that. Just a little.
Told him that.
A little rough.
But yeah, I went on the ops territory and I left that comment and I told Screw, check your DMs, bro. Like, I'm not finna do this back and forth with you. Just check your DMs. So boom. I sent him the receipts and then I even put one of the receipts on my story, tagged him in it to make sure he see it. So basically, in his last track, he said I was lying about all that I said I got him the No Jumper interview and the label sponsorships. Sent him the receipts over. He saw it, and he was like, dang, he really did DM me. He really did try to contact me for this label stuff. Come to find out, since Screw never responded, that particular label never got to reach out to him because he never saw it. He never saw it until yesterday. So boom, that's that with that. So that label never got to reach out to Screw.
And I'm making some kind of interjections here. I'm just going to be honest with you. I understand why Shaq talked about it publicly because it seemed like Scru Face was calling him, the C word. I'm not going to repeat. I'm not getting demonetized. I don't want that clipped. I'm not even making monetization on this reaction channel, actually, so who really cares? Anyways, so I understand why he's annoyed and I'd be pissed at Scru Face. Like, there's certain things you shouldn't call another man, and especially somebody that has faced probably very similar struggles to what Screw has dealt with. I just don't believe, like, if I'm going to do something for somebody, like, there's some people I'm no longer friends with that I've really helped out, got them jobs, got them opportunities elsewhere, and I'm not going to, like, say it publicly, make it a big, grand spectacle. Like, if I truly want to help you, I want to help you, and I'm not going to hold that over you. But on the flip side, I will admit, like, no Life Shaq being kind of involved in a beef and being continually insulted, I'd feel some type of way. So maybe, to be fair, maybe if I was in a situation, I would be like, you know what, screw you, I've done X, Y, or Z for you. So maybe I would respond a similar way. I just believe, like, if you're going to do something for somebody, like, it is what it is. Regardless what happens in the future, just, take peace in the fact that you're helping people. And that's the one thing that I really do respect about No Life Shaq. He helps out so many people in the reaction community. He helps out his own community. I think maybe just getting a little frustrated in the beef, that's why he kind of brought it up. But that's just kind of my personal standpoint. If I help you, I help you. And even if we're not friends at the end of the day, like, what I did for you in that time period is what it is.
The No Jumper interview was one big misunderstanding. So I was contacted by No Jumper. I guess it was like I don't know if it was some older workers or what, but I got contacted by a No Jumper email early November. They asked me about interviewing. I declined, but I gave other recommendations of other reactors in the community, with Screw being one of them. And this all while me and Screw don't like, Screw don't like me.
Yeah.
This all while me and him not seeing eye to eye. Cause I still chill for niggas, bro. Like, I'm not a hater, never been a hater, and don't want to come off as a hater. So, Screw was one of the ones I recommended. Off the top of my head, Dante, Crip. So I don't know if they ever got reached out to. So what happened was, the real No Jumper had DM'd me and Screw on the same day with the same message. I don't know about the times, but the same message. The message y'all saw in his diss track. Mm-hmm. So Screw responded. I never did. So Screw reached out to that same contact and was like, hey, can y'all let me know if I got that interview because of No Life Shaq? She said, I never talked to No Life Shaq. I reached out to him. I really wanted to have him on the interview, but he never responded. So in Screw mind, he looking at, oh, this nigga Shaq lying. So I said, all right, hold up, Screw, hold up. We was going back and forth in the DMs. I was like, bro, I have no reason to lie about an interview. So I contacted the same lady that he was talking to, and I let her know. I told her what my email was, what I talked to the people from No Jumper about. She was like, yeah, that probably was a fake No Jumper. It'd be a lot of imitators trying to act like us. The email looked legit. It wasn't a Gmail. It was like a legit email. So whoever I talked to and gave the recommendations to, I obviously want the real No Jumper. So then, I knew nothing about that. The real No Jumper even DM me on IG because I really don't check my messages. And when I finally contacted her, she was happy as shit that she was talking to me.
I mean, I bet she is one of the biggest, one of the bigger people on this platform. And I can understand that. Like, DMs, I don't even look at, and I'm in a far smaller size. This guy's at, like, what, over 4 million subscribers, almost 4.5. Yeah, you're not going to be going through all your DMs. You'd be inundated with that for probably weeks.
So that was a whole big misunderstanding. I'm thinking my recommendations got Screwed the interview because all the timing was around the same time. But I told Screw I'll put it out there the same way I put it out there that I got him the interview. I'll get right back on here and let y'all know I did not get Screw that interview. So, now that I did that, the conversation me and Screw had together on the phone, it went very well, man. Like, it wasn't no yelling. It wasn't no screaming at each other. It was two men talking, hashing it out. After we got past the No Jumper part and the label part, I asked Screw straight up. I said, bro, what's your problem with me, bro? Like, what's been going on? Why y'all running around with this coon narrative?
Yeah.
And I let him know. I said, bro, where I'm from, the South, South Carolina, we don't play that coon shit, bro. We don't play that.
I would have to say most closest friend of mine, Black, when he was here, like, there's fighting words, and that was a fighting word. Like, you don't call someone that and not expect to get punched in the mouth. And I think that's the problem. I think that's the problem I noticed with Screw. He'll say some stuff and then kind of hide his hands. Like, he'll say some really wild shit and then be like, well, why does everyone hate me? And it's like, dude, you're calling people certain things that if you said to their face, you probably ended up with an ER visit, right? You got to kind of carry yourself in a certain way. And like, hey, if you really feel that way and you would say that to that person's face, maybe fine, I guess. But I think it's kind of cowardly to say certain things behind the internet and then just hide. Just being honest.
I said, bro, you could call me anything in the world, but you not finna call me a coon. I said, I don't play that. I said, oh, I see y'all running around. Y'all calling Stevie that too. I said, bro, we don't play that over here. Like, that whole coon shit. Because I said, bro, if you knew me for real, you would know I'm nowhere near a coon. So basically, I let him know that, and he let me know his problem came with me with the whole Upchurch beef. And he said it really didn't start there. He said that's what kind of got his mind going. He said he felt like I took Upchurch's side when they was beefing because Upchurch had the bigger fan base, and I had some of the same fans as Upchurch. So he automatically thought I went against him to please that fan base, which is not the case. And I let him know that. I said, bro, I need you to listen to this carefully. I don't give a damn about no size or no fan base. I don't give a damn what type of people watch me. I don't care what color these niggas are. I stand on my own opinion. I don't give a damn if all 4 million, 4.5 million of y'all are saying one thing. If I don't stand on that myself, I'm not gonna run with that. I don't let nobody sway my opinion, none of that.
It's a trend I've noticed because even in the Upchurch beef, it's kind of hard to say this because I could actually understand where Screw felt in some of it. whether you agree or disagree with the Confederate flag and the imagery of that. I mean, I'm not going to get into a debate with that. Y'all can make your own opinion on that. Um, yeah, but even in that battle, back and forth, there was some race stuff put in there, race bars, and if I was to say an actual winner in that, I'd have to really listen back. I gave the slight edge to Upchurch at the time. I thought Screw actually had a pretty decent couple tracks. I'm trying to remember correctly, but yeah, it was interesting. But the thing is, with Screw, just as an observation, it seems like he has constant beef with like everybody. Everybody. He's kind of has that battle mentality, quote unquote. But when you keep dissing people, you keep insulting people, right? You get into kind of you get to this situation with Knox Hill. Of course, you're going to have a lot of detractors and people come out, be like, and riding for Knox Hill because it seems like you're always starting shit. And this is, me kind of taking a step back, looking at it from a more neutral perspective. That's how it looks optically. It looks like everybody has a problem with Screw. There's always constant issues. And at some point in time, you have to be like, what's the common denominator in this? Why am I always beefing with all these bigger creators? At some point, you got to look in the mirror and be like, it's you.
I said, I don't let my mama sway my opinion, my fan base sway my opinion. Nobody. I stand on my own opinion. I said, so bro, that wasn't the case. So he said it started with that. He said, and then the whole Adam Calhoun clip of you trashing black people came out. He said, now I got a problem with this nigga because to him it's looking like, this nigga a coon. He's taking the white side over the black side. And that's what the problem with this whole beef was. It started to be black versus white. I said, so bro, you didn't see the explanation that I put out 5 years ago about that? He said, no. He said, what was it? I said it on my video yesterday, too. I said, maybe you need to go watch it, or I'll tell you right now. I said, bro, I was talking about my environment that I see every day. I said, bro, I have no white people around me in real life. None. I had a white best friend in middle school and had a few white friends in high school, but majority of my surroundings, especially now, I graduated high school 13 years ago. So for the past 13 years, I have no white people around me. I said, bro, I was speaking on what I see every day.
So I will say this. It's like, I'm not going to... That clip, and even the reaction at the time with No Life Shaq saying that, it definitely did not look good. It was not a great look for him. And this is my thing. There's shitty people in every demographic. And... because I don't think No Life Shaq truly meant anything like, oh, that's how all black people are, or that's how all white people are. When you look at the numbers, the FBI statistics, it all kind of levels out that, yeah, there's shitty people in every single race demographic. White, black, Asian, whatever. There's always going to be a certain section of society that just do unsavory things. I don't think... and this is where I have the problem with the race stuff, especially online. I think we get caught up so much in division. Like, I have a lot of really close friends that are black. I have a lot of close friends that are white. I have a lot of close friends that are Asian. A lot of close friends that are even native. And I feel like when we get lost into this narrative of this race good, this race bad, it's where we lose ourselves in people and we kind of become brainwashed. And... like a 24/7 news cycle doesn't help it. They thrive on division. They thrive on dividing us so they get more views, get more ratings, getting the populace very, very angry. End of the day, most people are just like me and you. Just want to live our lives, be happy, have a family. That's why I try not to get caught up in the whole race baiting thing. Because I feel like truly if we just sat down and broke bread with one another, we'd all be good. Sir, there's some truly messed up people that have horrendous worldviews that I would never co-sign. but I think the majority of people of all races just want to cohabitate and live a peaceful life. That's my TED talk, I guess.
And he said, "Oh, now it makes sense. The stuff you was putting out there now it makes sense." He said, "I thought you was talking about black people as a whole." I said, "No, bro. I was talking about the black people that I see on a daily basis, that I'm with, that I'm seeing in my hometown every day. That's what I was speaking of." So he completely understood that, and that was it. But yeah, that started a whole nother conversation. He was like, "Bro, I just felt like it was me versus Knox, me versus Knox, your fan base, and Knox fan base, and other reactors fan base." He said it just felt like it was him versus the rest of the reactors. I said, "Bro, it's like that because like you done had beef with almost everybody.
Yep.
So almost everybody that's reacting to the beef, they gonna automatically jump on Knox's side because you done had a problem with these people. So it might seem like that, but we trying to be fair as possible. But
Yep.
some people gonna automatically jump on Knox's side because of the reputation you got out there."
Yep, yep.
He said, "Bro, but I do like white people." He said, "You said I don't like white people." I said, "Yeah, I did say that." I said, "Bro, because that's how you putting it out there. That's how it's looking, bro."
Exactly. That's what I said in the beginning of this video. It just seems like, maybe Screw, true, he doesn't, he's fine with white people. It just, when you watch his videos, it seems like he doesn't like white people. And I mean, to each their own. But my thing is, if you don't like me, I'm not going to support your channel. So I kind of step away for a bit. Just too much drama. Especially, like, I can understand when you're in your young 20s, even mid-20s, you're trying to grind. But, like, at this point in time, like, for me, I'm about that grown man shit. Like, I'm about, like, good, entertaining content. I think the drama... I mean, to be fair, the whole Knox Hill versus Scru Face, and Scru Face kind of sent the shots first. I thought it was, like, the diet version of the store brand version of Kendrick Lamar versus Drake anyways. But, you guys are all grown men and should have conversations. Shouldn't get to this point where it's, like, all angry, vitriol. I get that. Just... if you have a problem with somebody, talk to them. And if you can't talk to them, why waste your inner peace on these people? Just saying.
I said the fans are saying you just use Eminem for views because you just stopped reacting to Eminem, period. He said no. He said he slowed down on the M stuff because he said he don't like the stands. He said the stands of these fan bases, he said they're
But that's
just
all
one-sided,
fan
they're
bases.
just biased.
That's
And he
all.
said
That's all fan
how
bases.
the whole beef felt. He felt like the community was being biased and being on Knox's side instead of his. When that won't the case with me at all. I said, "Bro, I was going at you because you was going at me." I said, "So if it seemed like that with me, it's because I was going against you to defend myself."
Well, but what fan base isn't biased? Like, what fan base is not going to be a little bit crazy? That's the reason why Stan the Eminem, like, they have that, he has that famous track. And mind you, some of the stands, they can be a little bit over the top. I'm not going to even disagree with that. But every single fan base has these sycophants that just go over the top. I mean, look at the Swifties. I might get canceled for that. I might have death threats soon for saying that. But, like, the Swifties are a prime example of that. Like, there's fan bases that, they're not rational. That's why fan is short for fanatic.
So
Well,
I said, "Bro, that's why it seemed like," and he said, "Bro, I don't think you understand how big your fan base is and that you can literally, like, switch a whole beef around and make it look like one person is losing and one person is winning depending on what side you take." I said, "Bro," I said, "a lot of times I don't get here and look at my subscriber count. I get on here and drop my video and I get off the internet. I don't look at my comments. I read the first couple, but that's about it." I said, "I don't read my comments. I don't track the color of people that follow me." I said, "But I really thought about it on the phone." I said, "Bro, you got to think about how I came up. On YouTube, I came up with one Eminem reaction. I went from 70,000 to 400K overnight. So that's a whole bunch of Eminem fans following me in one night. I kept the Eminem reactions going, so I'm gaining
Yeah.
more Eminem supporters.
Which is it.
which is mostly white, right?
Which is what you're
That's what
supposed to
Screw
do.
was getting to. He was like, bro, they mostly white and they're biased with Eminem. So I said, yeah. I said every fan base has biased supporters.
Yep.
So he said, yeah, and then with the whole Upchurch, you got all his fans going against me too when you took Upchurch side. I said, first of all, I didn't take Upchurch side. I said Upchurch won the beef, but I never chose no side. He said, so now it's Eminem fans, it's Upchurch fans, and y'all know he said he used to be a Tom McDonald fan before Tom McDonald started moving a certain way. And you know, I still rock with Tom.
I'll say this: the Tom McDonald thing, and if you watch this channel, I'm not a Tom McDonald fan, so I'm not gonna sit here and even really talk. But Tom's been kind of what he is for all of his career, really. I mean, except the first couple of years as a SoundCloud guy. Like, he's been doing kind of like that. Point made no sense. Like, Tom McDonald has been exactly who he has been, whether you hate him or like him. Yeah, I mean that.
I support Tom. I don't agree with everything Tom say, but I have a lot of Tom fans that watch me too. So he said, bro, you got all these fans from these same type of fan bases coming against me. So I was like, bro, I said, I can't control these people. He said, yes, you can with what side you choose. I said, bro, I choose my side because of me, not because of who I think my fans want me to choose. I said, if they feel like that about you, I'm pretty sure that's just their own opinion. I said, going forward, I will no longer react to the beefs because every beef that go on through YouTube and Shaq get to reacting, they say it get one-sided after I state my opinion. So No Life Gang, we got to chill out. We got to start spamming Screw with Screw Zeno because he talked about that too. He said, bro, they spamming me everywhere. He said, I really ain't been getting no sleep.
Okay, all right. My thing is this. Can No Life Shaq sway some people? Yeah, sure. But I don't know, man. Screw, a lot of this is your own doing. And I think if you put content on the internet, especially something like a diss track, wouldn't you want a guy like No Life Shaq to react to it? Because if you are that confident in your bars, you're confident that in your pen, you'd be like, yo, I took that. And I've seen in your comment section, you got some ride or dies with you, right? Even in some songs, I think Knox kind of did a better job in his response track, but you had some good music. And I think if you're confident in that, just stand on that. From what I'm getting, and obviously this is from No Life Shaq's perspective, it seems like Screw, he wants the battle, but he wants the battle on his own terms. He wants No Life Shaq to react, but he only wants him to react if he's going to be the winner. It doesn't sound great for
Trying to
Screw.
defend my name. So I said, bro, that's my fault. I told him to do that. So I get right on here and tell him to stop. I said, but some of them still gonna spam you, just to let you know. Some of them gonna spam you for the rest of your life. So I said, for the most part, they'll chill out, but I can't control 5 million niggas, bro.
But my thing is, if you didn't want the beef with No Life Shaq, then why call him the C word? Why insult him? You can't, it's just, you can't diss somebody and then when they respond, and he's not he's not an artist, so he's not going to, write 16 bars for you and respond on a track. You can't complain about the reaction that you get. You just can't, because you're the one who's kind of pulling him into this and insulting him. So, I mean, in my opinion, he has the right to respond how he can respond.
I can't. But, yeah, that's all it was, bro. I just let Screw know, like, I won't with all the coon talk, because if you know me in real life, which y'all don't, you'll know I'm nowhere near that type of person. I'm probably the blackest black nigga you'll ever come across, if y'all knew me for real. I said I just blew up with a white fan base. I can't help that. I got just as much black fans as white fans. I promise you. I can show you my analytics. But yeah, that's all it was, man. Screw just felt like it was him versus the community. When in reality it won't. It was just Screw just had so many beefs with everybody in the community. A certain narrative is now put out there about Screw, so that's gonna be used against you in a beef.
Yeah.
Knox is a very likable person, and for the community, everybody looking at you as a certain way, so they gonna automatically take Knox's side. So he said he just felt like his disses was coming with facts, proof, and Knox won't respond to none of that. He was just coming on his track, just telling more and more lies. I said, bro, I clearly said that in one of my reactions. He said I didn't watch it, so I didn't know. So I said, bro, go
What?
watch
Oh
my
my
reaction.
God! You can't say like you. If you don't watch it, you can't say you know. I'll say this though for both of them. Both Knox and Screw like to take clips out of perspective in this beef and make it seem like the other individual's way worse than they are, and not give any context, not any acknowledgement. And let's be honest, like the accusations that was levied by Knox against Screw in that last diss track he released, if I'm being real, we'll never know. Like, unless there's actual receipts of that, that's just all that's gonna be is just a track and just words. Uh, for me, I don't know these individuals in their real life. Maybe Screw's right. Maybe he's 100% correct that he's refuting all these lies, or maybe he's wrong. Maybe Knox Hill's right. I don't know. It's just, it seems like Screw wants the best of both worlds. He wants the bigger reaction channels to react to something like this, but he only wants them to react if they're gonna be, his fanboy. That's just what I'm picking up from this.
Reaction. I said those exact words in my reaction. I said if Knox can't prove that this is a lie in his next one, then it's tied. The score is tied. I said, bro, do you think you lost round one? He said he felt like he won. I said, bro, you really came at Knox on your round one. He said, what was my round one? I said I can't remember the name. Was it Euphoria? The Euphoria one? I said, bro, you barely came at Knox in the whole track. He said, bro, that wasn't really a diss track towards Knox. He said, so technically my second track was my
No,
first
no,
response.
no. We're not gonna do revisionist history. That one was the first diss track. You even started it out insulting Knox. You're dissing Knox. Come on. Just own it. There's nothing wrong to own it. Just own the track. That's fine. And music is subjective. Some people say you won, some people say you lost. But to use this revisionist history, the reason why Knox even made a diss track in response in the first place is silly. Because Knox would have never made that track against you. Or maybe I shouldn't say never. I don't know. Maybe he would have. I highly doubt he would have released that track against you if you didn't diss him on that song first. Come on. Stop.
So
Stop.
I said, bro, us as watchers, we're thinking that first one that you put out was towards Knox. He said, no, that wasn't a diss. It started with me and Knox just throwing shots at each other on a verse, back and forth. I said, so when the reactors came in, we don't know that. So we thinking that first one you put out was a Knox diss, and Knox first one was a Screw diss.
All right, hold on. Now I'm like, I'm gonna have to like look at that first one again, because am I tripping?
You are contradicting.
Am I tripping? Like, I'll get back to that. Let me finish this.
Come to find out, the count was wrong the whole time. So yeah, that's all the conversation was, bro. Like, Screw just felt like it wasn't being judged fair because of us big reactors that was leaning towards Knox's side, that he thought was leaning towards Knox's side, was against him. So he just felt like he didn't have a fair chance. And he said Knox was just steady lying on his name with the diss tracks coming with no receipts, no nothing. So I said, bro, I can see how you would be frustrated with that. If you putting out all your receipts and people still saying you lost. I said, I get it. I said, but I still feel like Knox won the battle. Like it was 2-1, if anything. So he said, people saying I got 3-0. I said, bro, even if Knox didn't win that last one, it was still 2-1 in my opinion. So I let him know where I stood. I can't speak for everybody else. But yeah, the conversation went like that with Scru. Me and Scru are not enemies. We're not friends either, but we're not enemies. I told him, bro, if you ever need something, reach out. Same with Knox. Knox, you still my dog. I still support you. Still gonna react to your music. But let's just end the beef, man. Like, everything was much funner when everybody was together, man. Let's get back to that as a community. That's what I always try to do anyway, is keep the community together. We don't need to be going against each other. We need to work together, and that's what it is. So yeah, that's what we talked about. If y'all watch the whole video, don't spam Scru with Scru Zeno no more. That's over with, man. No Like Gang, I love y'all. Thank y'all for all the support. I'm gone.
All right. I mean,
What?
listen. All right. So first off, I'm gonna have to because I like to do some fact checking here, and I gotta head out of here. I gotta prep for tomorrow. So, listen. Screw trying to say that wasn't about. Hold on. That make no sense if I'm being real. Okay, let's go into it.
We aiming up at the sky cause we heard that these vultures can fly. They never been part the culture, that's just a lie, a clever disguise. In the school of hard knocks, you would not have made it out the lunch line. We the fucking boxer, stuffed you in the locker, pussy, it's a hard knock life. And giving out a hall pass, you better haul ass or die like the last. You about to fall in my trap, I swear these body badges fall in my lap. First shot was just an arm shot, but pussy, next shot gon' be your last. Would you rather have him sign your casket, or would you rather have him sign your cast? I'm like a Tesla, I have the drive even when I ain't had a will. But this ain't for the skill, pussy, I'm out here to kill. This ain't fucking battle rap, no, this ain't for the thrill. Remember what you said, you're gonna have to die on that hill.
I mean, to me, Die on That Hill, Vulture, a lot of the things that he would go on to later just keep insulting Knox on. I mean, start out the song, kind of easy to pick up.
AP on the wrist, nigga.
Smell like murder. The package just landed the way that I planned it, cause I swing this hammer with reckless abandon. They open the antics, I'm up in the standards, then up in this cannon and talking my man. It's fucking shit panic. Bitch, if it's up in the stuck, then we'll put you up in the attic. Cause these automatics gon' come with attachments. These shots gon' come with a belt like an addict. Come fuck with the baddest. Hollin' at checking the niggas as easy as checking the status. They try to combat us, but they learn it's not in the phone when the guns in the hand of the rappers. No niggas is trapping. I know what boots that are stacking, whose future is stuffed in his mattress. Just call me the savage. Know a white shooter like Luka. Might got a future in the Mavericks. The salary gift and they added his bits and his back to the strip with a motherfucking package. You battle me, can't give you half of the clip. Which one you want? Push your malice. Fun shred, this is all my palace. Anyone come play my family. Just pray and never called out lacking. Gun stay and this is all my silence. I might Hellcat it. I'ma need all of the features like Khaled. Fuck around, might buy me a paddock or an AP cause we ain't in the same classes. Splitting this cabbage. I'm just trying to bring my brothers with me like the Nazis. Put on the mask and the text start flashing. They ain't even know who it was, it's a catfish. Look at these bastards. Man, these niggas is pussy. You see how they acting? Bitch, ain't no median. Shit, I'm in the mode to be me cause these niggas is average. Know what the math is? We get to adding, take out a fraction. They'll be subtracting things in my past and drove me to snap shit. You can get back from my motherfucking bag. Cause any nigga try to play my reactions, broke it, probably getting paid for their plasma.
So, play my reaction broke. I'm probably getting paid for their plasma. Okay.
They ain't making what I'm paying in taxes, but it's great. Got me shaking and laughter.
That's a weird one. That's a weird line because. So I mean, the first little bit, come on, that was against Knox. Here, just having some fun. He's actually performing pretty well on this track, in my opinion. This is where you lose me. You call the people that watch you poor.
I make them examples. Y'all not taking the mantle.
Oh, man.
You just to show you to your face what you can. Man, take this pussy nigga straight to the doctor. Bring the hammer down like breaking our lobster. Bitches now and now can't wait for our offer. In and out from now, I may have to off you. Bring your tower down, I may have to con you. 100,000 rounds that came with the congas. All you cowards now that made me a monster. Bring your towel out, they may have to stop us. They be biting like they making a zombie. Shooting, snooping like they came up in lobbies. Need donations for your safety, I'm sorry. Your salvation gonna take you an army. Killing like Chucky, I play with a Tommy. Make them ghosts, I got the power to calm me. Hear an echo cause the way that they copy. This a danger film, stop playing with Rodney. Let's get to the shit, my profession just switch. School.
So why even blur out the gun if you're just going to have it in the video anyways? Why do these people on YouTube really think they're hard like that? I've known people about that life. Like, they're just going to do it. Like, if they have a beef, they have a problem with you, they're going to address it. They're not going to, I don't know, just, I understand that's a whole, there is some aspect of rap culture, drill music. I mean, even outside of drill music, we've had beefs, gun bars, and rap forever, but it just kind of comes off corny.
School of hard knocks, the profession shit. You better move like the presidents did, or you gonna move out like Kennedy did. Fuck, don't F with the kid. Son of a gun like a tech in the crib. Bitch, my initials and F in the end. Bitch, the kitchen.
And this is me because I do own a lot of guns. Let me see. Let's see. It's hard. I think, does he have his finger in the trigger well? It's hard to tell. It's all blurred out.
But like Kennedy did.
You don't aim at something. And are they driving? Okay, this is like the gun safety guy in me.
School of hard knocks, the profession shit. You better move like the presidents did, or you gonna move out like.
Yeah, they are. They're driving, waving a gun out the windshield. Like, well, God forbid if I hope that thing's not loaded, but have a round in the chamber. It's irresponsible. I'm sorry. I just like gun safety. A lot of guns. It's just, and then I see people fucking blow their own brains out because they, you know, they think they're toys. It's corny.
Go and drop that little pussy, I'll meet you there. Now what you want? Pop up in your home, pussy, I'll greet you there. I'll really kill you. I ain't shooting little pussy, just be prepared. Never like you. Park you in that garage and leave you there.
Alright, so death threats, gun. It's cool to be a YouTube rapper, man. It's cool to even like have beef, but
you, my friend, if you remove Eminem and you remove NF, who are you?
Knox this.
You sound stupid again. Yeah, we get it, man. We heard rap God too.
Knox this.
Like rap, man, it sounds like cat, but you whack. I ain't even gotta argue. You just did it for the clout. Your opinion doesn't count. You think Tom McDonald goes hard, dude. I'm creative.
The same guy that you interviewed early on.
Little bitch, you gonna say the same shit. Everybody say it when they try to harm Screw. And get the racists on your side, cause they always done around. They don't listen, they just hate niggas and argue.
And that's another problem, and this is kind of like a theme with Screw. It's just, if you don't agree with him, you're suddenly racist. Even if you think another black artist in a diss battle did better than him. I don't understand how he doesn't get, first off, like, first bit, let's be honest, most of this track was probably, when he wrote it, about Knox. At the end of this, and I'm not saying he's doing bad on the track. I think he's actually performed pretty well. I do think Screw has some type of talent as a rapper. But it's just these tiresome tropes you get from him. It's just very divisive. It's extremely divisive. Like, you could get more fans. I'm not saying to be like, oh, I love white people. What? Like, you know, be some type of fake person, right? But he would get... You get a lot more with sugar than you do with vinegar. I don't know. Just, it kind of comes off... Yeah, he just doesn't like white people.
You the king of lions, so I gotta star you. Fuck bar you, I really wanna harm you. No cash, yeah, I promise it'll cost you. I'll be honest, you already lost, dude. Go and drop that little pussy, I'll meet you there. Now what you want? Pop up in your home, pussy, I'll greet you there. I'll really kill you. I ain't shooting little pussy, just be prepared.
I'll really kill you.
Park you in that garage and leave you there.
Alright, so... Alright, that's the Screw Face. I mean, I kind of wanted to just... I was interested in kind of being like, alright, did I misremember when I was listening to the track? I don't know. I don't, watching the video, I don't think he cares for white people. And that's fine. If I'm not his audience, that's fine. But it seems like in most of this beef, it's been race. And I'm not excusing what the really poor tasting bar from Knox Hill. That just like, come on, dude, really? But he apologized for it. And it seems like everybody else around him, outside of Screw, I should say, they say very positive things about Knox. So it was just a bad bar. Now, if he kept making songs like that, then you could really have a different conversation. But Knox does seem like a genuine dude, and it seems like Screw always has these beefs. It's always something with Screw. It's never his fault. There's always something. But yep, that's my breakdown of 45 minutes that nobody's going to watch. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. What do you think about this beef? What do you think of the No Life Shaq video? Let me know. Got the poll. I got hockey videos to make. I'll see you in the next one.